What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the Chubby Show, where we discuss all things plus size, big and tall, and in between. I am your host, Reese Cokes. Today I got my NYU hoodie on today. You gotta really represent a school in order to wear an all purple hoodie, because I can't lie, this shit is a little ugly. But you know what? It's mine, and that's all that matters. It takes me back to a simpler time. You know what? Back when I used to be a kid watching TV after school or before school or on the weekends, I'd be watching a little bit of Sesame Street or a little bit of Barney. And you know what? I used to love Barney, and this purple hoodie reminds me of that right there. It makes you want to sing that song. You know, hold on, let me get it right. Let me get it right now. Hold on. I love you, you love me. I will drink up everything, talking cerveza and the margaritas too. Tacos soak up all the booze. You know, I'm trying out for American Idol or The Voice or one of those damn shows, America Got Talent. I don't give a shit which one it is. Just sign me up right now. Sign me up for one of those. I don't give a damn. Either way, past all that. All right, today I wanted to discuss confidence. I'm not doing any questions today. It's going to be a short episode, but today I want to discuss building up confidence in yourself, becoming self-assured of yourself, because a lot of people, they walk around, they ain't really confident in themselves. You see the dudes or the ladies, they walk around with a shirt that they might feel is too tight. They tugging on it. They yanking on it when they're in public. They're like, oh man, it might be hugging my belly a little bit right now. I don't want anyone to... First off, if you got a damn belly, or you got love handles, or you got, whatever the fuck you want to call the name, if you have this, it's going to show no matter what. It doesn't matter what kind of shirt you got on. You can wear the biggest shirt in the world. Whenever that shirt lays down, it's going to show your belly, man, or or woman. You got to just let that stuff out there. That or work on it, go to the gym, get a diet going on, doesn't really matter. But the fact is, if you got it and you wearing what you wearing and you're out in public or you live your life, just be comfortable with whoever you are, and everyone else will also be comfortable with you too. Because I went recently and visited my parents' house, and my mom, she loves to bring up some old shit from back when I was a little kid. She loves to bring up the old embarrassing stories and just, when you were a little boy and you used to play baseball and you used to throw up on the side of the house, you would go to the Little League practices and you would suck. She loves clowning on me about that kind of stuff. And I'm just like, yeah, you know what? Thinking back on that now, that was all because I didn't have confidence in myself. I would go and think about these practices, which I would hit rocks in the middle of fields throughout the whole off season of baseball. Like, I would be out there in the middle of a field hitting rocks. I'll be hitting wiffle balls, whatever it was. Like, I was on point with all my stuff. Me and my dad used to play catch in the backyard. Like, every single day I'd be like, yo, Dad, let's go play catch. He like, damn it, son, I'm tired from work. But he would still go out there and help me out with that situation. So I'm like, whenever it came time for tryouts, I should have been mad confident with that situation, but I wasn't, because I didn't believe in myself. I didn't believe in my own abilities at that point in time. But when I thought about it now as an adult, I was like, you know what, how do we build confidence? Because I didn't know how to as a kid, and my parents couldn't really tell me exactly how to gain confidence. How do you get confidence? How do you believe in yourself at an early age? 'Cause I think the sooner the better, man. You need to start gaining confidence when you like fresh out the womb. You like your mom pop you out, where confidence right there out the womb. That's how it needs to be. So for me, when I was thinking about it, I was like, you know what? You gain confidence by doing. You gain confidence by doing whatever it is you want to be confident in. So if you want to be a great swimmer, guess what? You need to dive headfirst into the water. If you want to be confident in life and fashion and how you look, or whatever it is, you have to get out there and do whatever it is you want to do. So you gain confidence by doing anything. Just get your ass out there and do it. That's how you got to gain confidence in yourself. So if you personally are second guessing getting a type of job or talking to someone, maybe you like a girl or a guy and you just like, oh, I don't believe in myself. I don't know if they'll like me. First off, who says they really that great in the first place? You walk up to them, you date them, and you like, damn, I wish I wouldn't have dated this motherfucker. They's terrible. So, I mean, it doesn't really matter. You got to just believe in yourself, believe in your abilities, and in the end, you will achieve everything you want to achieve as long as you go and believe in yourself. And me also, even now, I have times when I second guess myself. I go and I'm just like, like I've had a long journey and I go and I act constantly. Like I'm constantly just putting myself in situations that might be brand new types of situations I've never been in before. And I'm like, man, I still second guess myself so often when you should just go do it. And either way, you're going to pass or fail either way. There's only two options when it comes to anything. Like I recently went and about a couple of months ago, I went to a country concert and it was like, man, like I went to a, what was it called? It was Randy Rogers concert, which if you don't know Randy Rogers, it is a red dirt country Texas band. And, me being a black dude, I went and I was like, like if I listened to my parents while I was growing up, it would be, don't do it, man. Don't put yourself in one of those situations where you're going to be the only black guy surrounded by white people. That's honestly something they would say because, they old school black Baptist people. That's what the deal is. So they would go and say, don't do it, don't do it. Me, being the person I am, I went, got tickets, bought a cowboy hat to show up to this concert, went to this concert, showed up with some people, did the two-step, and I was two-stepping to some Randy Rogers stuff. I can't even name you a Randy Rogers song, even now that I've gone to one of his concerts. But I was in the mix and, going in a situation that you really shouldn't be comfortable in, and you really realize that people, they accept you, they're in it, they find it cool that you're in the mix with them enjoying something together. That's something you got to just put yourself in situations, whether you're white, black, big, small, whatever it is. Put yourself in situations, interact with people you may not usually interact with, which for me, like I also had a job. My last job was being a spokesman. I was flying around all over the country. I was doing speeches at conferences and I was pushed way out of my comfort zone because number one, back in school, still even back then, one of my worst times was public speaking. And my public speaking teacher way back in the day, she was mean as hell, man. She would rag you while you up on stage talking to the whole class. She would just trash you like, yo, your speech is trash. Get your ass off the stage. She would literally talk to you like that. She had that whole demeanor. So growing up, I was like, yo, I can't do this. And they threw me into this position to be a spokesman and talk to people and go to these conferences and go to these dinners, these fancy dinners, talking to people and dealing with doctors and nurse practitioners and all these people who made way more money than I made. They're way older than me. They've been through the trenches. They've done everything they have to do, and they've gone through med school, and they did this, and they did that. And I'm sitting here at dinner while they're talking about golf and their boats and their big fancy houses and the trips they go on to Italy and, to Germany and France and whatever other country they go to. And I'm just like, I have to try to survive in this situation. And I did. I basically went and stood my ground and I was confident in myself. So whenever I went to these fancy dinners where basically they go and say, here's a plate, sir, with this little chicken nugget on it and a leaf and some little sauce on the side, that'll be $700 for this expensive ass dinner that you eat. And I'm like, I'm still damn hungry. How am I supposed to enjoy myself when I'm still hungry at dinner? I'm sitting here trying to entertain these people and I'm hungry the whole damn time. Give me some more chicken nuggets. Give me some more of them $700 chicken nuggets over here because you are depriving me right now. That's how I felt during all these dinners. And they kept going to all these fancy places that I never would go to otherwise because I do like a good fancy steak dinner every now and then, but the But these dinners where they go and they give you like one piece of meat and some little bullshit for $700,000, that's not really my kind of situation. I'm like, yo, if I pay that money, you better believe I'm leaving full. I'm leaving satisfied. I'm leaving with something. You better believe. I better hope I don't bring like a little fanny pack and fill it up with meat or something like that. That's my whole thing. But when I went to these fancy dinners and fancy conferences, I was like, okay, I have to do this as my job. How will I survive? They didn't really care. My job didn't really care if I was gonna be uncomfortable or not. Their whole thing was for me to go and do my part and represent the company. And if I didn't, then I'll be fired. I'll be fired basically. So I had two choices: either pass or fail. Either mingle with these people in a way where they like me and they they enjoy my company, or be on the unemployment line, filing for unemployment. So, I mean, when you have two choices, we think about everything in two choices. You have two choices with all things. You either pass or fail. You either get that date or you don't. You either go after your dreams or you go after your goals or you don't. You have two choices no matter what it is. So for me, I'm always shooting my shot no matter what. I'm doing whatever the hell I got to do either way. So going for these dinners, I would go and I'll be like, okay, they're living a high society life. I have never been in that high society kind of situation. So why not go and learn some things? Learn some things about golf. Learn some things about boating. Learn some things about something. So basically you have to go and bullshit your way through situations you've never actually interacted with in the first place. I've played a couple of things at Top Golf. I went to the driving range a couple of times, but that's about it. Me and my friends went there a couple of times to have a little driver, to do that whole thing. But it was like, I've never gone to the PGA Tour and done those things. So I had to go put myself outside of my comfort zone and just do it. And for everybody who I think wants to build confidence and wants to be in situations that they could never like imagine themselves being in, I think the thing you have to do right now, or whenever you go out there, you try to attempt this thing, whenever you feel comfortable, which you may not ever feel comfortable, but you got to just put yourself in a situation. I think you have to just say, you know what, it's either pass or fail. I either get to do whatever I want to do, or I don't, or I stay wherever I am right now. And those are the only two choices you really have whenever it comes to anything. And that's when it comes, that's why whenever I think about confidence or whenever I think about any situation, I'm like, yo, it's either I do it or I don't. Those are the only choices you have. So for all you people who are really trying to build confidence, or you're trying to like step outside your comfort zone and be a better person in general, I would say just understand that you only have two choices, and that really makes things a lot more simple. Because I think we put way too many other options when it comes to a lot of situations. We're like, I don't know, what if this happens? What if what the fuck? No one gives a shit about all that. It's either you do it or you don't. You pass or you fail. You get that number or you don't. You get that job or you don't. You live that life or you don't. That's all there really is when it comes to all things. And like, I wish that I understood that a long time ago, but that's something that I feel you can't really be taught. You kind of have to just understand that and live life enough and put yourself in enough situations where you will understand that yourself. You'd be like, you know what? That wasn't as bad as I thought it was. Because last story I'll tell is I was invited to go to Juarez, Mexico, about 2 years ago, either a year ago or 2 years ago. And my mom and my friends and a whole lot of other people, they went and they said, "You going to Juarez, Mexico?" Yo, let me Google that. They did a little Google shit, and they Google Juarez, Mexico. And if you go and Google Juarez, Mexico, the first thing you're going to get is cartel. You're going to get rape. You're going to get murder. You're going to get beheadings. You're going to get this. You're going to get that. That's the only thing you're going to get about Juarez, Mexico. And I was like, okay, they put a lot of thoughts in my head, and I was like, man, I don't know if I want to go to Juarez, Mexico now. It's a terrible place. People there are terrible. I mean, do I really want to go to Juarez, Mexico? Because you get all these negative vibes and for people who have never actually been to the place. So you get negative vibes from people who've never actually lived or experienced the thing that you're trying to experience. So you're getting you're getting told no from people who don't know, basically. So I went and I was like, okay, you know what? Mom, friends, whoever else, I'm going to go and I'm going to try this. And basically the pass or fail for that situation is I go and I experience Juarez, Mexico, and I have a good time, or I go and I die, get beheaded, whatever it is they say is going to happen. So I went, hopped on a plane. I got the upgraded seat because I'm like, I'm 6'4", man. You can't be putting me in them little the economy size seats. I'm over there scrunched in. I can't have it, man. I can't do it. I always upgrade my seats. But I went, hopped on the plane to El Paso, had to go through the border. I was like, that's my first time actually driving through the border because I've been to to Cancun type shit. That's not the same thing. It's not the same thing as Juarez, Mexico. So I was like, okay, I went through the border. It was my first time really seeing the border. I went through that, and I went to Juarez, Mexico, and I hung out with some really great people and I ate some really great food. And I was like, okay, this is Juarez, Mexico. Okay, all right, let me go and see. Might be some gunshots. Now I did see some people from my hotel room who had some AKs. They had some assault rifles. I did see that, but I've seen guns before from New York, so it ain't really that big of a deal. But I was like, okay, waiting for stuff to pop off. We went out to bars and went out to clubs and got late night food, and I was like, yo, Juarez is good. The people are nice. The people are legitimate. I had a really great time with people who are in another country. They're technically right across the border. If you go from El Paso to Juarez, it's 2 minutes. It's 2 minutes from El Paso to Juarez when you cross the border. So I'm like, they're right there. They're our neighbors. We've been brainwashed, man, to think that things outside of our comfort zone aren't okay. Just do some shit. Juarez, shout out to Juarez. I'm going back to Juarez. Juarez is a good ass time. They got some good ass food and gorditas. I'm trying to get some more of that shit right now, honestly. I'll go back right now. But honestly, just, me telling these stories in the first place is just to let you know that all the things you want to do, just do it. And you, in turn, will gain the confidence that you want. If you want to wear some type of clothing, some type of bathing suit during the summertime, some type of clothing during the wintertime, because big people always be like, wintertime is my time right now, because be cuddly during the wintertime. It's cold outside. Bigger women and bigger dudes try to put more clothes on so they can feel more comfortable and try to hide their bodies. Fuck all that, man. Just wear whatever you want all year round. Be stylish all year round. Do your thing all year. If you want to go somewhere, go there. If you want to do something, do it, and you will feel good. I promise you, just do whatever you want to do, and in turn, you will gain the confidence that you want to gain. All right, that's all I got to say for today. Today I won't have any questions. I'll probably do some questions for the next episode. I don't know, maybe some Q&A next episode. I do have some other things I want to talk about in the future episodes, so I might wait a little while before I answer some more Q&A situations. But either way, that's it for this episode. Stay good, stay beautiful, stay chubby.